Super Sue's here, and I'm going to help you learn how to block sounds and avatars and objects from your viewer, your Second Life viewer. And we are getting ready on Deep Hole Sim for what is going to be Virtual Rock City at Burn 2 in Second Life. And we want you to know your tools and have a great burn. So that's what we're doing right now, learning that. So let's go over to, let's pan over. Give me a second here to maneuver. Let's pan over here in the corner. This is our get ready and step up to moving around with your avatar. And if you're new to Second Life, we know it's hard. We're doing these videos for you to help you with that. You can visit our new to Second Life little corner in Gerlach Town at Deep Hole Sim to get ready. And you can see that there are some boxes that you can right click on. There's some posters on how to walk, pose, sit, teleport, move about, and so on. We have our helpful mentor section. Anyway, today we're going to be learning how to block and that kind of stuff. So why would you even want to do that? The idea is for you to be able to handle this yourself. You don't need to ask for someone to do it for you. However, there'll be lots of people who won't know how to do this, so you can pass on the information as you've learned it. So we're going to have rangers in world every day of the week, but not 24 hours a day. So you're going to learn how to deal with griefers or trolls this way. You can deal with lag this way as well. So all right, so these tools empower you to have a nice burn, right? Right. So sometimes you'll encounter undesired particles in your viewer. That's like fire particles or sprays or stars or smoke. And for some reason, you don't want to see that. So what do? Well, sometimes you'll want to remove them, and you can do that under Preferences. Under your Preferences box, you can... Preferences is under Me. Remove these particles. So you go to Me, do the drop down menu to Preferences, which I just did. This pops up, and then you go to Graphics, and here you have a lot of options to reduce the graphics, which reduces the graphic load on your video card on your computer. So if you're having a difficult time moving around, just reduce the going ultra quality. Is higher resolution, more shading and that sort of stuff, but it's slower. So faster moving around, and see how everything changes. Look at Flora Bonaventure, our model avatar. She is now a blue highlight. The reason why is because her avatar is de-rendered so that the details are not showing, and it helps the video card in my computer deal with this viewer and all of the stuff that it's trying to render. So I'm going to put it in the middle for now. I'm actually going to put it on high because I have a pretty decent video card, but you can put it in the middle. And there's other sliders too, which will help you. But what we're talking about is how you don't want to see particles. Okay, now what do you do about that? So under Graphics, that's where we are right now with this box. Preferences, Graphics. This is a choice of graphics on the left. And you're going to scale down Max Particles. And then under Graphics, which is on the left, all these choices, and pick Graphics. And then Advanced Settings, you would do maximum particle count. You would drop it from the highest to the lowest, to 0. And that takes away all of the particles that are upsetting your video card or even yourself if you don't like them. I'm going to put them back up because I don't mind particle count, particle stuff. I like that stuff, so I'm cool with it, but you can remove it. So it's a nice way to temporarily remove particles that are affecting your computer lag. There's a quick quick key sequence that you can use, which is pressing the Control, Alt, and the Shift with the equal sign key on your keyboard to turn all particles off. Control, Alt, Shift with the equal sign turns all particles off. All right, and then you use the same sequence, Control, Alt, Shift, equal sign, to turn them back on. All right, so to block an object, let's get an object to block. I've put a printout right here, and we're going to zoom in on it. I'm using a mouse cam. All right, so to block the object, right-click on the object, then use the drop-down box to pick Manage, and then, hit Manage and block. When you do that, on the top left corner of my screen, my viewer, you'll see right now that a gray box just popped up. It's the people box. So this is my list of 65 entries that I've blocked over the years for various reasons. Most of the time because there's sounds or something that are coming out of something that just drive me nuts. But this object is now on my list, and I will not get any sound from it. It will not send me anything. The scripting will stop and that sort of thing. So that's how you block objects. And so if most of the time it's sound that's irritating and you want to block the sound, just block. If you want to unblock it, you can do that by right-clicking and using unblock. Let's do the same thing with an avatar. So Miss Flora Bonaventure is our model. She is out adventuring, and there's something about her. Let's say she's causing lag, or she is in some way irritating you, and you would like to block her. So you right-click on the avatar and choose block. Now when you do that, she's gone. You can still see the name tag, the floating tag on top of her avatar, but you can't see the avatar, nor would you get any instant messages or chat or voice chat. You won't hear any of that. So if someone's talking in local and they're having a full-on conversation that you do not want to hear, that's another way to deal with it, is to block. All right. So now you can also mute avatars that are not near you by muting them from their profile. This is a handy way to deal with noise that's coming from someone, but you're not sure where it's coming from. So to find the profile, use the People tab. Let's do that. So let's close this out as if it wasn't there. And let's put Miss Bonaventure back off block. Let me see. Unblock. Okay, she'll come back. And so now what we're going to do is, let's say we're way far away. Miss Bonaventure is super loud for some reason. She's got something going on that's irritating or unwanted. And you want to block her. Go up to Communicate, and then under, you can hear her, you can't see her. She's far away. Go under Communicate, and then Nearby Avatars or Nearby People, which, by the way, there is a shortcut, Control-Shift-A for that, just so you know. And this pops up again. It's the People box. We're just working with it. Notice how there's tabs for Nearby, Friends, Groups, Recent, and Blocked. So these are all the avatars that are nearby right now. And Miss Flora shows up there. So I'm going to right-click on the name from the People box, and I'm going to unblock from that location. And that will stop the noise. So this is if she's not like something that you can see and right-click on the avatars. Some avatars may be excessively pushing or bumping your avatar. This is common with new avatars in laggy areas who are not used to walking around, or when the dancing in a crowd is kind of hard. Sometimes simply asking the avatar to try not to bump will work, but if that does not work, you can look under Help, under the Help menu at the top right corner of your viewer. There is a Help right here. And it has a section for bumps, pushes, and hits. This feature will help you identify who has recently done this, and that way you can then Again, sometimes it's accidental, but if someone was touching my avatar, bumping into it, I would see those. And if even if they're invisible, I would be able to identify who they were if they're pushing me around, because there's laws of scripting physics in Second Life, and so you have the ability to do that kind of stuff. And you can, let's say it was a Miss Flora Bonaventure doing that, you'll be able to deal with it in that box. All right, so you can also hit Control-Alt-T to highlight transparent objects. Sometimes objects are hidden and invisible, and they don't let you pass by, but you can't tell why. Control-Alt-T will let you see highlighted objects. Okay, everybody, so that's pretty much it on how to block from the Second Life viewer. There's even more features in the Firestorm viewer if you want to download that. Firestorm has even more features like de-render, which is great. You can temporarily or permanently de-render something, and it will help you if you're a photographer, remove objects that you do not want part of your photograph and that sort of thing. So, but I'll leave you to discover those on your own. So, yeah. So on the playa, when you get here in front of Greeter's Gate, which is in Gerlach, you can find this handy dandy poster right here. And I'm going to close this people box out. And if you right click on it and touch it, you can get a note card that's called Block and Remove Sounds, Avatars, and Objects. And keep that, and you'll get everything that I just said, as well as a couple more extras, which is how to avoid your video card from crashing using Control-Alt-Shift and the numerical number 9 on a PC. There's another keyboard sequence for Mac, just so you know, and that's in there. How to file an abuse report if someone is harassing you, so you can block them and it'll stop. But if you feel like it needs to be reported, that is something that you can do by filing an abuse report with Linden Labs and Second Life, and they will determine if the behavior is harassment and so on, and deal with it. Okay, so we do have rangers that are going to be out on the playa as well, so look for a ranger if you need us. But now you know how to take care of this, the irritants yourself, and we want you to have a great burn here at Burn 2 in Second Life. Thanks for coming over and checking us out. All right, we'll see you on the playa.